Think about this for a second. Every 39 seconds, someone somewhere is trying to hack something. That is the wild reality of the world we live in now. And it doesn't matter if you're a CEO of a huge company or just somebody who likes to post photos online. You're a potential target. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on cloud security and show you how to build a defense in this new digital frontier. I mean, you've seen the headlines, right? This stuff isn't just for niche tech blogs anymore. It's front-page news. We're talking about cyber attacks that can literally end careers. The stakes have just never been higher. And the cost? Oh, it is just staggering. A single breach can spiral into millions upon millions of dollars in fines and just devastating business losses. And believe me, the numbers just keep climbing. One major credit agency got slammed with up to $700 million in penalties. This isn't some IT problem in the basement anymore. This is a boardroom level, bet the company kind of problem. So that's the big question, right? With all this going on, how do we actually defend ourselves? In a world that pretty much runs entirely on the cloud, what does a solid defense even look like? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down in this explainer. All right, so how do we start building that fortress in this digital world? It all begins with what's in your security toolkit. Let's open it up and take a look at the core principles that form the foundation of any good defense. And the absolute bedrock of all of this is something called the CIA Triad. And no, before you ask, it's not that CIA. This is a foundational model in information security, and it stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. First up, C for confidentiality. This one's pretty simple. It's all about keeping secrets. Think of it like a sealed envelope. Only the person it's addressed to, the person with the right key, should be able to open it. In the digital world, our key is usually encryption. Next, we've got I for integrity. This is all about trust. You have to know for sure that the data you're seeing hasn't been messed with. Imagine a hacker getting into a bank system and changing a $100 transfer into a $10,000 transfer. That's a catastrophic failure of integrity. And finally, the A, availability. You can think of this as the "it just works" principle. When you flip a light switch, you expect the light to turn on. Same idea here. If your website goes down during a huge sale, that's a massive failure of availability, and it's going to cost you big time. Okay, so this slide lays out two really different ways of thinking about who gets access to what. On one side, you've got privileged access. This is basically giving someone the keys to the entire kingdom. It's powerful, yeah, but it's also a huge risk. On the other hand, you have least privilege. And this philosophy is simple. You only get the keys to the specific rooms you absolutely need to be in to do your job, and nothing more. It's a simple concept, but it's incredibly effective at reducing risk. And all of this leads us to what is really the new gold standard in security: zero trust. The mantra here is super simple. Never trust, always verify. It's like having a bouncer, not just at the front door of your club, but at the door to the VIP room, the bathroom, the coat check, every single door. Every time you want to go somewhere new, you have to show your ID again. Okay, so we've got our core principles down. But here's the thing. Applying them in the cloud? That's a whole new ballgame. It is a completely different battlefield than the old way of doing things, with servers in your own building. Now, this is a really important distinction, so let's walk through it. Back in the day with on-premises security, you owned the whole building. The physical security, the servers, the network, it was all your problem. But with the cloud, it's totally different. You're basically renting an apartment in a massive high-rise. The landlord, the cloud provider, handles the building's main security, but you are still 100% responsible for locking the door to your own apartment. It's a shared responsibility. So if the cloud is a new battlefield, we need to know who the enemy is, because you can't win a fight if you don't know what you're up against. Let's take a look at the biggest threats you're likely to face out there. So let's dive into the rogues gallery of modern cyber threats. We're going to talk about the digital con artists, the virtual burglars, and the vandals. And we'll also see that sometimes the biggest danger is a lot closer to home than you think. First up, the oldest trick in the book, just with a digital twist: social engineering. And the undisputed king here is phishing. You know the drill. You get that email, it looks legit, maybe it looks like it's from your bank, asking you to verify your account. You click the link, you type in your password, and boom, you've just handed a criminal the keys to your financial life. Then you have what's basically a digital home invasion: malicious software or malware. And the most terrifying version of this has to be ransomware. Just imagine this for a second. You wake up, turn on your computer, and everything, every photo, every document, your entire digital life is locked, gone. And a message pops up demanding money to get it back. It's an absolute nightmare, and it happens all the time. You know that old saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? Well, in our super connected world, that weak link might not even be inside your own company. It could be a trusted partner or a piece of software you use. A single security hole on their end can become a wide open backdoor into your systems. But out of all of these threats, what do you think is number one? The absolute top dog when it comes to cloud security risks, according to pretty much every survey out there? You might think it's some super sophisticated state-sponsored hacker group, but it's actually something way, way simpler.
Yep, it's us. It's human error. Configuration mishaps. This is the digital version of not just leaving your front door unlocked, but leaving it wide open with a giant flashing neon sign outside that says free stuff inside. A tiny mistake, a single wrong setting, can expose your most critical data to the entire internet.
So, given all these threats, how do we even begin to build a defense? Well, here's the big mindset shift in modern security. The goal isn't to build a wall so high that no one can ever get in, because honestly, that's impossible. The real goal is to be able to endure the attack. And that brings us to this key idea, cyber resilience. This isn't about being invincible. It's about being tough. It's about your ability to take a punch, get back up, patch the hole, and keep going. Because look, in cybersecurity today, it's not a matter of if you'll get attacked, it's when. And when that day comes, resilience is what's going to save you. So, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. As our world gets more and more connected, what is the real price of trust? Who do you trust? Your cloud provider? Your partners? Your own team? The hard truth is, in cybersecurity, trust is a liability. You have to verify everything, and even then, it's probably a good idea to check it one more time.